All right, Itsmrt Taliaferro, Mr. Taliaferro TV. It is my favorite time of the year. Y'all know I'm a basketball holic. Y'all know I love the NBA playoffs. I love the Super Bowl. I love all sports, of course. This is what I majored in college. This is what I worked at ESPN to do. But nothing hits me like college basketball season. It is absolutely my favorite time of the year. I am a college basketball March Madness fanatic. Once we get through the burden of the regular season, the tournament is absolutely amazing and it's stunning. It's literally breathtaking. The buzzer beaters, the excitement, the mid majors, the small schools, everything. Right. So tournament challenge. I do this every year. I just ain't never had a platform that includes 60,000 subscribers. All right. So I do this every year. My tournament challenge. It's pretty much with everybody. All my subscribers are free to join it. You can join it. Join my group. The name of my group, and I believe it's Itsmrt Tourney Challenge. The link is in the description. The link is in the comment section. If you want to join, I know it's Wednesday. I know this thing gets started Thursday. It's kind of short minute, but again, the name of the group is Itsmrt Tourney Challenge. Please join. A lot of subscribers going to be involved. Just join, turn up, have fun with the kid. I ain't going to have that many people, but maybe there might even be a prize if you have the best bracket at the end of this thing, all right? So I'm going to go through and give you guys my predictions of who I believe is going to cut down the nets in about 3 weeks. All right, in the round of 64, let's get it started. We have the number 1 seed, the defending national champions, Villanova, taking on MSM. I don't think Villanova's going to have any problems there. I have Villanova advancing. I got Wisconsin against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's a very good basketball team, but I like Nigel Hayes. Wisconsin is advancing, and they can actually give Villanova some problems. I will get to that shortly. All right, keep it going in the East. I have UVA over UNC Wilmington, even though I acknowledge that there is a possibilities of an upset right here at this 12 versus 5. Generally speaking, I believe the last 5 or 6 years, a 12 has beaten a 5 in the first round of a tournament. So we'll call it an upset alert, but I'm going to still go with Virginia. I like Kyle Guy. He has been really stepping up his game on the offensive side of the ball. He can put the ball in the basket for UVA. So I'm going to go ahead and advance UVA. Florida, ETSU. I like Florida. ETSU, shout out to the hometowns. Just any Tennessee school I rock with. But I got Florida in this one. Just guard play. All right? Guard play rules tournaments. SMU against Providence, I believe. Yeah. I'm going to go with SMU over them. I'm going to advance SMU. I actually like SMU to take me to a couple rounds. I'll get to them in the second round. We'll talk about them in the round of 32. I got Baylor over New Mexico State. Even though New Mexico State, this could be another upset alert. Baylor either going to give you a really good game or a really bad game. There's really no in between. I like Motley. Don't know how he's going to be at the next level, but I like Motley. I'll still advance Baylor. South Carolina against Marquette. South Carolina had a surprise into their season. Thornwell, I like Thornwell. He's a lethal scorer. I'll advance South Carolina one game, despite them losing their top rebounder, I believe. I'm going to go with South Carolina. I got Duke advancing over Troy. I like Duke. Duke's playing their best basketball as of late, coming off of their ACC tournament championship against North Carolina. It was a great game. The third time these teams have played this season, and I like the way Duke's playing basketball right now. Jason Tatum has stepping up his game. Grayson Allen, Luke Kennard. Kennard's playing great basketball. The bigs, they're getting a lot more from bigs. We're supposed to be giving them some all season. But, it's starting to come together for Duke, so we'll advance them. Let's go over to the Midwest. Kansas. As long as you got Mason, you have a chance. I like Kansas to go by. I hate to say that, but I like Kansas to go by in their first round matchup. Then I got Miami, Michigan State, that 8 versus 9. I'm going to go with coaching. I'm going to go with Izzo here. I'm going to get Michigan State the upper advantage, and we'll have a great coaching matchup in the second round. Seth versus Izzo. I got Michigan State pulling off. I guess you can consider it an upset, but I look at Michigan State. They've been there, done that. I don't really consider that much of an upset. All right, Iowa State over Nevada, again, at 12 versus 5. Always looking for the upset there, but I'll go Iowa State. Purdue. Purdue's been a very consistent basketball team the entire year. I'll take them over Vermont. Creighton, I'll have them advancing as well. Oregon, I'll have them advancing. Oregon, again, great guard play. I like guard play at this time of the year. I got Michigan over Oklahoma State, and I got Louisville beating Jacksonville State. That's the first round in the Midwest. We'll keep it moving. We'll take it down to the West. I got Gonzaga Much number one for pretty much most of the season. I got Gonzaga beating South Dakota State. I got Vandy again at 9 versus 8. Vandy's been playing good basketball. I like Fisher. I like their shooting. I like guard play in these tournaments. I like Vandy over Northwestern, even though Northwestern had a remarkable story to even get into the tournament. I like Vandy in this game. I really do. I like Vandy to take care of this one and get to that second round against Gonzaga. Notre Dame, I'm going to go Notre Dame. Again, I know there's probably going to be way more upsets than I have predicted. Playing it safe on a couple of these picks. West Virginia, I got Notre Dame and West Virginia meeting off. I got West Virginia over Bucknell. Maryland, I got them over Xavier. Again, that 11-6, it scares me. A lot of people are picking Xavier. Florida State, here's a big iffy. Remember, Florida Gulf Coast got to the Sweet 16 last year, pulled off the upset in the first round against Syracuse. Florida Gulf Coast scares the hell out of me, and Florida State scares the hell out of me. They're not a consistent basketball team. I could easily see Florida State losing to Florida Gulf Coast. Remember, I said that first, but I'm going to give Florida State the benefit of the doubt because so many people are picking in Florida Gulf Coast. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Playing in Orlando, I believe, in the first round. Like a home game to both teams, honestly. I think Florida State's going to come prepared for this matchup and slide by in a tight one. Maybe the closest game of the first round. I got VCU, just been there, done that over St. Mary's. Again, I love teams with experience, coaching with experience. I like VCU over St. Mary's. I got Arizona over North Dakota. I really like Arizona. I've been able to watch a little bit of their games as of late. I like the team. All right, South, number 1 seed is North Carolina. I got them sliding by Texas Southern, no problems, blowout win. I got Arkansas versus Seton Hall. I won't go 9 over 8 there. I'll go Arkansas to hold surf and just win at 8 versus 9. I got Middle Tennessee State pulling off the upset over Patino in Minnesota. I like Middle Tennessee State. They're better than they were last year. Shout out to MTSU. Y'all know that's right around the corner. A lot of people from Memphis went to MTSU. Go to MTSU. Nothing but love there. MTSU, really good basketball team. Again, better this year than they were last year. I like MTSU. I got Butler over Winthrop. I got Cincinnati over KSU. For the record, if KSU would have lost their play-in game to Wake Forest, I would have picked Wake Forest to beat Cincinnati. But since Cincinnati is playing KSU, Kansas State, I'm going to go with Cincinnati to advance. UCLA, I'm a big Lonzo Ball guy. I'm a big Alfred guy. I'm just a big Lonzo Ball guy, period. I got them advancing over Kent State. Wichita State, I like wins. I like experience. Wichita State is seeded entirely too low. They're better than this. They are better than a 10 seed. Kentucky's the team that gets screwed in the midst of this. Dayton gets screwed in the midst of this. I have them advancing over Dayton 10 versus 2. And, of course, I got Kentucky advancing over North Kentucky. I just think there's no competition there. Kentucky will get through. I think De'Aaron Fox will continue the great play. And I look for Malik Monk to step up again. He's kind of struggled in the tournament. I look for him to step up and get his team together. And that is the first round of 64 of the NCAA tournament. And let's keep it moving. All right, so really good matchup here. A lot of people are going Wisconsin over Villanova. I'm not going to do that. I am a big Villanova supporter. You'll actually see how big of a Villanova supporter I am shortly. Love their team. I just love the makeup of Jay Wright. He just doesn't get enough credit. I just think this team has all the makings of a team that slept on again like they were last year. And it looks like they're going to be poised to make another tournament run. Again, Nigel Hayes is inconsistent. I'm a Josh Hart fanatic. I think he's the player of the year if I had to pick. And I'm going to go Villanova. I'm going to go Virginia 5 over 4. I'm going to go Virginia over Florida. Florida inconsistent all year. I'm not picking Florida. I'm sorry. I'm not picking them to go past the round of 32. I got SMU over Baylor, so I'm just like upset city all of a sudden. I got SMU over Baylor. SMU, consistent team. A lot of wins this season, just know how to win basketball games. A little bit more than Baylor, who struggled a little bit towards the end of the season. I got Duke over South Carolina. Again, I've acknowledged that Duke is playing really good basketball over late. I got Duke over South Carolina. They find a way to clamp down Thornwell, and I think that ends his career, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Over in the Midwest, really good matchup. Again, we teased it earlier. I got Kansas beating Michigan State. Really good game in the first half, and Kansas pulls away late. Iowa State over Purdue. Again, Purdue's a team that I don't have a lot of confidence in. They're good at things that get you a lot of regular season wins, but in March Madness, in the tournament, I just need players that can go out and make plays. I'm cool on Purdue. I got Creighton beating Oregon. Again, I've seen some inconsistencies in Oregon from time to two. I'm going to go with Creighton here. I like Creighton here. A lot of people are going to pick Oregon, as they should. I'm just going to go with Creighton. Louisville, Michigan. Michigan is hot. Michigan got plane issues. Despite all that, they made it in time, and a lot of people like Michigan right now. I'm going to go with Coach Pitino. I'm picking Louisville to advance. I like experience. I like great coaching. Pitino has shown to me that he can get it done come tournament time, even with not some of the best teams. Let's go over to the West. I got Vanderbilt pulling off the upset, the first number 1 seed to go down. I have Vanderbilt beating Gonzaga. You heard it here first. I like guard play. Notre Dame over West Virginia. I got Maryland beating FSU. And the only favorite in this round winning in the West for me is Arizona beating VCU. I know it gets wacky right there. Sheesh Louise. Over in the South, I got UNC beating Arkansas. Bye-bye, Arkansas. Good season, though. I got Middle Tennessee State pulling off another upset to get to the Sweet 16 over Butler. I have UCLA beating Cincinnati. Lonzo Ball, I think he's going to show out in a couple games in this tournament. And I have Kentucky beating Wichita State in an absolute game that's going to scare the hell out of Calipari. I wouldn't be surprised if Wichita State beats Kentucky in this game. Kentucky, I've seen some things I didn't like about them in the playoffs. They don't get the ball to Bam enough. Malik Monk has been struggling. De'Aaron Fox has been really carrying that team in the SEC tournament. Some things I don't like about Kentucky. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt in this round. That'll be the last round that I give them the benefit of the doubt. We're going to keep it moving to the Sweet 16. It is so sweet. All right, Villanova versus Virginia. I think Virginia's luck runs out here. Again, a lot of inconsistency with with Virginia this season. I got Villanova advancing. They played earlier in the season, if I'm not mistaken. I got Villanova advancing. I got Duke beating SMU. Again, I like Grayson Allen playing his best basketball right now, showing a little bit of maturity, even though I think he's a spoiled brat. I like Villanova and Duke in this Elite 8 matchup. I got over 1-2 over there in the East, and I got 1-2 in the Midwest. I got Kansas beating Iowa State, and I got Louisville beating Creighton. We'll turn it down to the West. I have Vandy actually pulling off another upset. I think Vandy's going to shock some people in this tournament. I could be damn wrong about this. I got them beating Notre Dame, and I have Arizona in the Vandy against Arizona. I have Arizona beating Maryland. Good game there. I have UNC finally ending Middle Tennessee's luck. I got UNC, and I got UCLA beating Kentucky in a classic game in Memphis that I believe I will be in town to see. You don't quote me on that. I think I'm going to fly down for that one. I got UCLA in Kentucky. I got UCLA pulling off a remarkable upset. To me, Kentucky, Calipari, I just think it's going to be a great game. I got UCLA beating Kentucky. That'll get me to my Elite 8, and we'll see what teams get to the Final Four from here. All right, we are going to keep it moving. Incredible matchup in the Elite 8. We're close to that Final Four. I got Villanova beating Duke. We can go ahead and start to break some of these games down. I got Villanova beating Duke. Duke, I don't like Jason Tatum that much, man. He's been stepping up. I don't trust him. I think he kind of holds on to the ball a little bit too much. I wouldn't draft him at the next level. I know he's one and done. I'm going to go with Josh Hart to lock down Tatum, and I like Villanova in this game. I'm going to go with Villanova, and the team that they're going to face, I got Kansas winning against Louisville. At some point, it's guards against bigs. Louisville has the bigs. Kansas has the guard play. I'm a big fan of guard play in these tournaments. Graham, Mason, I like Kansas to get by. Shout out to Douglas alum Vic off the bench. I like Kansas, man. I like Kansas to get through Louisville in a great coaching matchup. Self versus Pitino. I think Kansas is going to sneak by. Down here, down bottom, I got Vandy beating Arizona. I think that's probably a crazy pick, but I'm going to roll with it. I felt it in my heart. Vandy, guard play. Vandy getting to a Final Four. And I got UNC beating UCLA. Lonzo Ball's career at UCLA is over, and his dad can get ready to count them billions of dollars because the next game he'll be playing will be on an NBA hardwood floor, preferably for the Lakers. I just think when it comes down to it, I seen some things I didn't like with UCLA in that PAC tournament, and I'm going to stick with UNC. I think they're playing incredible basketball right now. Final Four. Villanova against the surprise pick Vandy, and I have Kansas versus UNC. I have 3 number 1 seeds advancing to the Final Four. I got Villanova defeating Vanderbilt pretty easily. I got Villanova in the national championship, and I have UNC beating Kansas. I just like Kansas team. I like over UNC and Kansas. I like UNC's team. I like Jackson. I like a couple other guys on this. I like Meeks a lot. I really like what they're doing. I like Barry. If Barry can stay out of foul trouble, that kind of cost him in the ACC tournament final. Barry can stay out of foul trouble. I like UNC getting into that national championship as well. And I got Villanova and UNC. And I'm going to get in my Dickie Van Tell voice. Shout out to Dickie V. I got Villanova cutting down the nets to go back to back. They're going to go back to back. Like Drake said, I got Villanova beating North Carolina 68-61 for the national championship. Again, this is my bracket. You don't got to be yours. You don't got to agree with me. And don't copy my damn bracket. Go make your own. All right? Alfred Taliaferro, Miss Taliaferro TV subscribers, join my tournament challenge. I'm challenging you, and you. The motto is you ain't going to have a bracket better than mine, period. All right? Rock with me. Join my bracket challenge. And maybe there's a prize for the person who finishes first in this thing. Who knows? I might get every pick wrong with my luck. All right? Join. Let's have some fun. I'm out.